So I had this question on our recent Not Financial Advice Live with Ben from Into the Cryptoverse and Guy from Coin Bureau. And the question was a simple one. I asked the question, which was, what would you do if I gave you $10,000 today, right now? What would you invest into, and when would you invest into it? Because, timing is everything. And we took a look at it, and the guys kind of digested the question itself. It's had some pretty decent answers, honestly. Now, Guy kind of honestly tap danced around a little bit, and I'm going to link in the description, but I made him answer the question. And then, he said, basically, I'm going to go safe, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'm going to dollar cost average in. And then I asked Ben the same question. He gave a pretty nuanced answer, which I never even thought about, which was he was going to put into CDs and he was going to unlock it as time went on, use those gains, and then put even more money into mostly Bitcoin, because that's what Ben likes. So I thought about it, and before I had a chance to answer, we had to move on because it was just one of those days where time was really against us. And when I went back and I looked at some of the comments, a lot of people like it, but there's always the ones that just, didn't. And I can understand why, because right now it is honestly quite a tough time. And this was from a couple people. And the comments were this. This is from Future Forward and Ogie June. And Future Forward said, these guys only need their portfolios to 3 to 5x and they will be out, which I gotta be honest with you, that sounds pretty good, 3 to 5x. Goals likely accomplished. Hard for newcomers to follow this advice and expect the returns to be satisfactory. Most need much more alpha, 30x to 100x plus variety. And NFA is simply not looking for that anymore. And Ogie said, bingo. These channels are near useless for 95% of the crypto space. Coin Bureau, Invest Answers, Crypto RS, Banter, etc. offer zero alpha. In fact, they actually got the most people wrecked in the last cycle through all their effing shilling, affiliate deals, backdoor sponsors. These talking heads made a lot of money onboarding people into Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, etc., and got people wrecked. I just watch them now and then, for mass sentiment intel to fade the crowd. First of all, I can understand the frustration, quite honestly. For Celsius, all those funds are gone. For me, I just writing it off. I understand that there is some potential to actually get that back, but who knows, quite honestly. And Voyager, they just closed out, and we got like 35.6% back, hoo-ha. So in that response, I can tell you, I can understand the frustration because I talked about it. I talked about it quite a bit. And actually, when we talk about it, the only reason that I knew that Voyager was going to crash was because it was a publicly traded company and there was a public document for their filings which said they gave $640 million to Three Arrows Capital. And in the timeline of all my videos, this was the timeline that I gave. So I actually went to Consensus on June 6th through the 10th or something like that. And I found out about Celsius from what people were talking about. Did a video that day, told people to take it out. That was 11 a.m., 9 p.m. withdrawals were frozen. Not enough time. It was just enough time, but not enough time. Then on June 20th, I want to put in the 5 rules, which you know very well. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Everything's a scam until proven otherwise. Don't leave anything on exchanges. Don't use leverage and take profits along the way. And then after that, on June 22nd, I told you to take all your crypto off Voyager. And there was a video. And then July 1st, withdrawals were frozen. So again, I can understand the frustration. I get it. However, moving back to what was said here about the alpha and not giving up. So let's just assume the 100x is off the table. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if a 90x is there, maybe an 80x. So here's what I'm going to tell you is this. If you're looking for that 100x and fast, it's not going to happen. And it's not going to be in this channel. I'm sorry. But what I'm going to show you right now, if you do not understand or you look at this data that I give you and you say, this is not for me, then you should unsubscribe and not listen to me whatsoever. But I'm just going to tell you what I did and how far it took and how long it took and what I would do now with $10,000. So let's jump in. The first thing you got to understand is this. I do not care about the dips and the valleys in the market. I do not care how volatile it is. I do not care really about any fantastic great news or really awful news, because I'm going to be in this space for quite some time. It worked out for me in 2017. It worked out for 2018 and 19 when we were going through those horrible times. And it worked out. The reason was because I just stuck around. if you're looking for 30 to 50 to 100, 1,000 X's during a pretty bad bear market, you're going to get Pepe coined. And that's fine. You can try that. Some people make out like bandits, but the majority don't. This is what I did to move forward and how I made millions, quite honestly, in the crypto space. So I'm going to use Ben's tool. This is a 100% free tool. If you go to the Cryptoverse, you can sign up. There's different tiers, but for this one, it's free. And I love using it. And he's got some other great stuff. Links in the description. So let's take a look. Now, what I've usually been doing is I've been taking August 1st, 2020. But I really shouldn't do that, quite honestly, because really what I want to do is take today's date, starting date, August 31st. But you see here where I said 2019? This is why I picked 2019. It's because I believe in the 4-year cycles. I believe they'll play out quite well. I believe that the next year, in 2024, we're going to have a presidential election. I think there's going to be some pretty upheaval. I think in 2025, we'll have a pretty big bull run, or maybe it could be earlier. Regardless, it's amazing how well it's worked out so far. So if we're looking at the 4-year cycles, you have to understand, we are in the reset years. The last reset year was 2019. The reset year before that was 2015. Because after every reset year is a Bitcoin halving. After the halving, it's been all-time highs. And it happened in 2012 when we had a halving, 2013 all-time high, a dip, and then a reset. We go forward. It happened again. 2016, a halving, all-time high, a dip, reset, 2019. 2020, halving, all-time high, a dip, and we're in the reset year. Next year, we go into a halving. So if I want to be fair as I possibly can be, what I'm going to say is, okay, it's August 31st today. Let's go back on the 4-year cycle and see how this worked out. So a lot of people will say, Rob, I don't have thousands of dollars. I can't lump sum. Got you. No problem. So here's what I did. I mean, back in 2018, you think I was putting in $1,000 a day? Are you out of your mind? I mean, I guess I could have, but it would have drained me and I would have been just going down, down, down forever. What I did was I thought to myself, this is very early. And don't let anybody fool you. We're still super early. We still got Congress up there talking about it. There's still people trying to get a spot ETF, for Pete's sakes. We can't even get that. We still got people who are disagreeing that this is even an asset class. So if people say, oh, I'll relate to the game, they don't know what they're talking about. So look, let's just take this. Going back to August 31st, and it's going to start on September 2nd. Let's just take $20 for a week, $20 for a week. And actually, let's do this because I'm going to give you what I would do with $1,000. I would just take a look at the history. Let's do this. Okay, let's just do this. $5 a week. $5 a week. That's $20 a month. So if I took $5 a week back in the day, again, August 31st, 4 years back in cycle 2019, if I had $870, I could do a lump sum. You can see that right there. I don't have that. So as I move forward, and I'm going all the way through, yes, I'd have to eat it for quite a long time. I'd have to watch my investment go down for quite a long time. In 2020, it's not looking too hot. I'm already underwater. I invested $95. ETH, for Pete's sakes, is $78. I mean, I'm down $78. I'm down on Link. I'm down on 8. I'm down a lot, but I don't care because I know that bear markets don't last forever. That's the alpha. That's the alpha. If you want to hear about this is the next greatest thing and everything else, I don't have that for you. But I can tell you this, bear markets don't last forever and bull markets don't either. So the things I'm going to talk to you about is great for the bear, but you got to understand in the bull market, you need to act. So moving forward, how would I do? Let's say that for some magical reason, I figured it out. And let's go back to April 2021. I invested $5 a week since 2019. It is now 2021. Not even 2 years, actually. April 26, August 31st, 2019 to April 26, 21. The Dogecoin. Doge is worth $35,471. If you're only able to put in $5 a week, $35,000 is a boatload of money. A boatload of money for you. The thing is, you need to take profits. If you don't take profits, you're going to be the Dogecoin millionaire again. And all you're going to do is watch everything go up and watch everything go down. And you're going to say, well, should have done it. I'll get it next time. Wait 4 years. You're not going to do that this time. This was my mistake. in 2017. What about Matic? Well, I'm up to 8,000. Solana, 844 too. ADA, almost 7,000. Now the lump sum, if I would have put a lump sum of my $870 in Bitcoin, I would have had 4,380. Not a good plan. Now there's different times to put it in. If I would have put in a lump sum at, I don't know, January 1st, 2017 of $870 for Bitcoin, yeah, probably would have been pretty good. DCA Bitcoin, 1,900. AVAX 525. Near 395, I've been down. $870, that's what I invested. These are good things. And this is just me going $5. Let's say I miss it. Okay, well, I go down. I wait for it to go up a little bit. Where am I at? Same stuff, really. 2021 was a great year, and we're going to see it again. Again, $5 a week. Dogecoin, 47,000. Matic, 32,000. Cardano, 13,000. Solana, almost 10,000. ETH, 5,000, and so on and so forth. And you can see, even going over here, look at that. February 20, 2023, I screwed up. I didn't sell anything. But somehow, I got 33,000 in Matic, 12,000 in Doge, 4,000 in Solana. You see where I'm going with this? Time in the market is more important than timing the market. Now, let's say I'm a baller and I want to put in $60 a week. That'll be 10,000. So we started with $1,000, roughly $870. Okay, you got me. 10,440. How's that looking? Well, again, time in the market's looking pretty sweet. Let's take April. For Doge, I have almost $500,000 and I put $60 a week. Let me do some quick math. It's $240 a month if you put it all in Doge. But you're like, I don't like Doge. It's crazy. But I like this Cardano. Well, you almost have 100,000. Matic 97, Solana 68, DCA 26. Not bad. AVAX is 8,400. I invested 5,160. If I can double, triple, quadruple, 5x, 10x, I'm doing pretty good. And then again, let's say I miss it, I screw up. That's okay. February 20, 2023, in Matic, I got 400,000. Doge, I have 150,000, 55,000. Now, let's say I am really, not that one. I'd say I'm a real baller. I'm putting $600 a week. I'm putting $2,400 a month. I don't even want to show this to you, but I have to. If I sell at the very tippy top, for Doge, I have almost $10 million. 9,660,000. I put in 104,000. That is essentially the Dogecoin millionaire right there. Matic, 2,500. ADA, 13. Well, excuse me, 2.5 million. ADA, 1.3 million. Solana, almost a million. ETH, 776,000, and so on and so forth. So when I look at all this stuff, you're probably asking yourself, well, Rob, what would you do at this point? If I had $1,000 right now today, August 31st, 2019, I would do the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. I would just put more money into the DCAs that I actually do. Here's a list of everything that I DCA right now. And as you can see, it's pretty normal, boring stuff. And I don't care if they make it or they don't make it, because they're not all going to make it. But if I spread things around, I'll be okay. Now, if you have $5 to spread around, that's pretty tough, I must admit. But if you have $10 per week, you can put $5 into Bitcoin or $5 into Ethereum and off you go. And just like what I showed you, or maybe do something else. One thing I'd like you to remember though is that the projects that don't have a ton of bag holders are the projects that sometimes really do quite well as long as they have a good team. They are building in the bear so they can crush in the bull. And that is why I'm getting heavily invested into Near and to Arbitrum. Because those to me could be the next Solana and whatever else. And let's say Polygon, because Arbitrum is an L2. So that's it for today. So look, I understand the frustration. I know exactly what you're going through. I was frustrated. I used to get so ticked off at the people on YouTube who would say, just keep buying that dip and just keep buying the dip. And I'm like, I'm all dipped out. The difference is you have to understand that the thing that you buy, you have to understand that these things, there is a limit. And there is only so much that you can actually put in. So don't start selling your car and your kidneys and your kids so you can put into some wacky coin, even if it's Bitcoin. The slow boat wins the race, and that's what I'm getting into. The next biggest thing you need to think about is how you're going to sell this stuff and avoid becoming the Dogecoin millionaire or the person who is like, rode it all the way up and rode it all the way down. And for that, there's a video. It's where I talk about selling 80% of all of my crypto, what indicators I'm looking at, and moving from there. So That's it for today. Hopefully I gave you a little bit of alpha. And again, if it didn't make sense to you or you didn't like it, that will be the time to unsubscribe. That's it for today. So thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like the video, hit the like. If you like what you hear, subscribe. That's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.